Good morning. This is the ramblings of an Undisciplined Mind podcast for Thursday, April 21st, 2016. As of this recording, Sierra is still missing. So I'm going to warn you right now, I'm talking programming stuff today. If you don't want your eyes to kind of cross with technical crap, then bail now. So I work in this product called Business Objects at work, and there's a reporting tool for it. This is a business intelligence tool. There's a reporting tool for it, and for the reporting tool, we can create variables and formulas in it. And I had the need to be able to calculate a number of days between starting date time and ending date time. So date time field is date plus time slammed together. For some reason places don't, a lot of programming languages don't handle time very well. So like this one, they've kind of developed it's kind of like SQL a little bit, the functions, but they are different. It seems to be, from what I can ascertain, it seems to be their own flavor. I mean, underneath the scenes, when the report's actually running, it builds SQL. So I don't really understand why they aren't using just the pure SQL functions, but they aren't, for whatever reason. So my problem is I need to do, what is the total, time in days and fractions of days. So I need to evaluate not just the date, but the hours as well. And they have a function that's days between, and that will tell me the days between the dates, but that doesn't help me with the fractions that are caused by the times of the day. And I need to be able to go from 9:52 a.m. Today to 1:45 p.m. tomorrow. That is a number that is greater than 1 but less than 2 is the end result. So I worked out a formula a couple months ago for this, when I was designing it, and it was based on taking the times. I can use that days between thing, but then taking the times and dividing them by 24. So I'm taking the time in hour, minute, second, and dividing it by 24,000 to represent the full day, and using that as the basis for determining how much time has passed. I'm essentially, so like in that scenario where I'm going from almost 10 o'clock to 1:45, I'm using the days between to count the days, and then I'm just capturing the elapsed time between those two, and that will kind of tell me, that'll give me the number, because from 9:52 yesterday, say, to 9:52 today is one day. I know I've got a day, and then I've got whatever the difference is between 9:52 and 1:45 p.m. So I wasn't getting the results I wanted, and I realized I was taking too macro of a view. And the reason why people really should be building time functions in these programming languages is because time's a pain. Time's a problem because it's not based on a decimal system. It's based on increments of 60. So I realized that I wasn't getting the results because when I'm trying to do math with these times, I can't just add up 2 times and get a result like in the minutes. It's meaningful because I might add up 45 minutes and 45 minutes, say, and get 90 minutes. Well, that's not a valid thing. I would really need to subtract 60 and add 1 to the hours, but just pure math isn't doing that. Treating these as numbers isn't doing that. And so what I figured out I had to do was I was looking at it yesterday, and I'm on the whiteboard and I'm trying to figure out the math, and it's still not getting me what I think I should have. And I was actually getting a couple results, and I wasn't even really certain which one is right. And what I realized that I need to do, that I have to do, is I have to get down to the minutes. And I have to convert those, because basically what I was, the thought process was I'm basically trying to come up with the percentage of an hour, in essence, that the minutes are, or maybe I was trying to get to the percentage of the day that the hours and minutes are. Really, I guess would be the more efficient way, or more correct way of saying that. And what I realized is, first what I have to do is I have to figure out what is the percentage of an hour that the minutes are, and then I can add that to the hour, and I can then divide that by 24 to find out what is the percentage of the day. So I've now got it set up where I am dividing by 60. So I'm extracting, and then I got to do this whole AM PM thing. So first of all, I'm checking to say, is it AM? If it is AM, then I just take the hour and I extract that, and I add to that the extracted minutes divided by 60. That will give me the percentage of the hour. So like 9:52 a.m. I'm going to just take the 9 and I'm going to add to it 52 divided by 60, which works out to something along the lines of 0.89, something like that. So now I got 9.89. I can do something with that now. I can divide that by 24, and that will give me, that is, I forget what the percentage was, but that's a certain percentage of the day. Now, if it's a PM, I got to take the hour and I got to add 12, because, of course, Business Objects doesn't have any way of giving me military time. I can get an AM PM indicator, but I can't get military time, which I thought was kind of weird also. So I think I've pretty much got it nailed down as far as, that's the basic structure, what I have to do. For where I'm going multiple days, I got to take that first time, and I actually have to get I forgot what the mathematical term is, but where you take, I got to calculate that percentage, and then I got to subtract that from 1 to get, because I really want to get from that point forward to midnight. So I got to do that. But I just got out from the dentist, and I realized sitting in the dentist chair that I can't do that if it's same day, because if it's same day, I just want to get between. Well, I take that back. I do that same day, but I have to, instead of adding these things together, so I'm taking like my first, if it's over a day, I'm taking my first time and my reversed percentage for the first time, plus the percentage for the second time, adding those together, adding in the number of days that have elapsed, and that gets me my value. And that works. Math seems to work on that just fine. If it is same day, then I have to do it a little differently, because I have to calculate the value coming from the from time the same, and I have to do the 1 minus thing, so I get from that time to midnight. But then I have to calculate the second time, and I have to get the difference of those two. I have to subtract, because I don't need all the way to midnight. I need from like 9. I need just that chunk from 9:30 to 1:45 in this particular case. So I think I know what I had to do with that. I was thinking about that a little bit in the chair while I was getting my teeth cleaned, and no new holes in my head, so that's a plus. But anyway, that's what I was thinking about today. I just thought I'd kind of share that. I don't talk a whole lot about things that I'm working on at work, because a lot of it is just kind of testing and analysis and whatever, but this is kind of a finite problem that I had to tackle yesterday, that I can hopefully kind of put to bed today. That's my plan once I get back home. So I will be back tomorrow. I'll be talking to you then. So be seeing you.